Fans, and welcome back to Bear Park on the campus of Southwest Mississippi Community College. Just after 5 o'clock, we get ready for game two action between the Bears of Southwest Mississippi Community College and the Bobcats of Jones College. Jones winning game one. It was a 5 inning affair that they took 12-0 over Coach Ken Jackson's Bears. We move into game two action here on Bear TV with Blaze Boyd taking the mound for the Bears here in the nightcap. Let's look at the starting lineup for Jones as they come to the plate pretty much the same way they did in the last game, with one exception. Murray Hutchison, the second baseman's in the leadoff spot. Cade Keaton, the shortstop, will bat second, and DJ Booth, the left fielder, will bat third. So it's Hutchison, Keaton, and Booth. That's the 1, 2, and 3 spots in the order, with Preston Ratcliffe, Jesse Johnson, and Garrett Clendenning in the 4, 5, and 6 spots. The bottom three, Brady Spring, a local product. He'll be in the designated hitter spot for this one. First, the pitch misses for a ball. He'll be followed by the center fielder, Hunter French, and the first baseman, Andrew Howard. So the starting lineup for game two, Hutchison, Keaton, and Booth, Ratcliffe, Johnson, Clendenning, Spring, French, and Howard. It's Hutchison in the box right now. 5:02. We throw the first pitch here in game two to Hutchison, and it's 1 ball, no strikes to count to him. But 1 ball, no strikes, and the 1-0 pitch due. Here it comes, and that one's hit right at the second baseman. Willis backs, waits for it, throws to first in time, and retires Hutchison 4-3 on the putout. And he is out number 1 here in the top of the first. Pull out our information here. Let's see, Blaze Boyd, 12 2/3. He's 1-1 on the season, allowed 14 hits, 13 runs. Of those 13, 10 have been earned. He's walked 7, struck out 12. He's hit 3 this year for the Bears as Keaton comes to the plate. First pitch to him is taken for a ball, 1-0. So Keaton, the count to him of 1 ball and no strikes, and he will have the 1-0 pitch due him here at the ballpark. That one will miss to him for ball 2 to Keaton, and the count 2 balls and no strikes. So 2 balls and no strikes to Keaton. Here comes the 2-0 pitch to him. Boyd checks his coffee, his catcher, and the pitch is called a strike. It's 2-1. Bear defense looks like this, by the way. It's Havard, Williams, and Gregory along the outfield. Carmichael, Cooksey, Willis, and Hall around the infield, with Braden Coffey getting the start behind the plate here in game two. The 2-1 will miss for ball 3. It will go to 3 balls and a strike now. So the Bear defense looks a little different with Havard, Williams, and Gregory from right to left. Carmichael, Cooksey, Willis, and Hall around the infield. That's it to the shortstop. Cooksey grabs it, fires to first on a high throw, and he's safe at first. Cooksey grabbed it. His throw was high to the first baseman, Hall. And DJ Booth will be the batter as Keaton will reach first. So Booth, the left fielder, will bat with 1 on and 1 out here in the top of the first here at Bear Park on the Southwest campus. I haven't told this. I'm sure it'll probably go E6 on Keaton. It does now officially go E6 on Keaton. Here's Booth's bat. He fouls that one back. E6 allows Keaton to reach first, and DJ Booth will be the batter now with 1 out. So 1 gone with a runner at first, and here's Booth. No balls, a strike. The count to him as Boyd works to him here in the top of the first at Southwest, and the 0-1 pitch will go to first instead. Getting back safely is Keaton. Keaton, who reached on an error, is at first base. That one, foul ball, third base side, giving it a look as the Bear third baseman Carmichael, but that one is back out of play and takes the count to no balls and 2 strikes. Looks like they're still playing soccer back behind the right field. The men are in action. They started about 4 o'clock this afternoon. LSU Eunice into scrimmage the Bear men. The 0-2 will miss for a ball and take it to a ball and 2 strikes now to DJ Booth. Hutchison retired on a ground ball. Keaton stands at first on an E6. Now Booth the batter. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes that count. And before the 1-2 is thrown, Booth will ask for time. So time called by Booth and the 1-2 pitch. That one well off the plate to the screen, and Keaton will go to second base standing up now. So now he's at second standing with 1 out and a ball and 2 strikes. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes that count to Booth. So 2 balls, 2 strikes that count to Booth. He will have a 2-2 pitch due him. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Booth, and the 2-2 pitch on the way. That one hit to left field. It will drop, and that's going to score the run on a single. And Booth will have a single. Keaton will score the first run for Jones this afternoon. And it's a runner at first with 1 in now. And Preston Ratcliffe, the right fielder, will bat. So Ratcliffe, the right fielder, will bat 1 on 1 out here in the top of the first. Jones got started early in game 1. They sent 10 to the plate, scored 5 runs on 5 hits, and then never looked back. Boy, the Bears just couldn't get their sticks rolling in that first game. That one's off the plate to Ratcliffe for a ball, 1-0 to him. Coach Ken Jackson has mixed his lineup up a bit in his batting order, which we'll take a look at between innings. 1 ball, no strikes to Ratcliffe. Here comes the 1-0. That's it to center. Started back, now starts in and grabs it is Williams. And back to first base will go Booth, and that's 2 out. So 2 gone here in the first inning. Now Jesse Johnson, the third baseman, will bat with 2 out here in the top of the first for Jones College. 61 degrees under cloudy skies. The temperature did not change from the start of game 1 to the start of game 2. So 61 degrees, cloudy skies, with some sun peeking through those clouds at times here at the ballpark. The first pitch to Johnson. He will take it for a strike, 0-1. Johnson, single and a walk in his 4 trips to the plate earlier in game 1. So no balls and a strike to Johnson, and he will await the 0-1 pitch. And the 0-2 pitch to Johnson now. No balls, 2 strikes. Johnson ready for his 0-2 pitch here at the ballpark. That one will miss for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes to Johnson. Here's the 1-2. Slap towards the second baseman. Cox fires, goes to first, and gets Johnson for out number 3. In the top of the first, Jones scratches a run across. They get a run on 1 hit and 1 bare error, and they will leave 1 stranded. So 1's a straight down, a run on a hit, an error, and 1 left in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first inning here at Bear Park on the Southwest campus. Let's take a look at Coach Ken Jackson's starting lineup. Austin Willis will lead things off. He will be the second baseman for the Bears. Braxton Cooksey will be the shortstop in this one and bat second. Gage Gregory, the right fielder, will bat third. So those are the first 3, Willis, Cooksey, and Gregory for the Bears. 4, 5, and 6, it's Presley Hall, Dylan Morgan, and Braden Coffey, who will catch game 2. And then the bottom 3 in the order, it's Havard, Carmichael, and Williams. So top to bottom for the Bears, Willis, Cooksey, and Gregory, Hall, Morgan, and Coffey, Havard, Carmichael, and Williams. to the plate for the Bears. Defensively, here's how Jones lines up for game 2. Booth, French, and Ratcliffe will be left to right. Johnson, Keaton, Hutchison, and Howard along the infield with Clendenning behind the plate here in game 2 for Jones College. Jones will go with the right-handed pitcher, Zach Flashkamp, in game 2 to toe the rubber. Flashkamp is a redshirt freshman. Played his high school ball at Southeast Lauderdale, is from Meridian, Mississippi, and will be on the mound here to face the Bears. It's the 1, 2, and 3 spots. Willis, Cooksey, and Gregory who come to the plate first. Here's the pitch, a called strike to the Bears' second baseman. Willis was 0 for 1 with a walk in the earlier game this afternoon. The 0-1 is off the plate, and that will even it to him now at 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Willis. Here's the 1-1 offering. That one's called a strike. It's 1 and 2. So ball and 2 strikes to Willis now, and he will have the 1-2 pitch due him here at the ballpark. 1-2 is called strike 3. And Willis will go down on strikes for out number 1. That'll bring Braxton Cooksey to the plate with 1 out. So Braxton Cooksey to the plate. And the first pitch to him is taken for a ball, 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Braxton Cooksey. Here comes the 1-0. That one's a called strike 2. And quickly Cooksey down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the even in the count at 1 and 1. Now it's 2 balls and a strike to Cooksey. Swinging strike there will even it back to him at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 is a swinging strike 3, and it's back-to-back strikeouts now of Willis and Cooksey, and now Gage Gregory, the right fielder, will come to the plate with 2 out here in the bottom of this first inning. So Gregory will bat with 2 out for the Bears. Here's the pitch. Sends that one to center field. French moves over towards the right field side of center field and will make that grab for out number 3. Bears go in order in the first. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left stranded for Southwest. We've played a full inning. Jones College leads at 1-0 after a full inning of work. We'll come back top of the second, but first, a 60-second break here on Bear TV. Back in 60 seconds, you're watching Bear Baseball on Bear TV.
Now is your time to be a part of an amazing class of students. There's so much going on here at Southwest, you won't want to miss out. We have scholarships available for music ensembles, cheer, and athletic teams. You can be a part of our active and vibrant campus life, where students are determined to meet their goals. With our new and remodeled residence halls, you have the convenience of staying on campus or commuting. You can even take classes online. At Southwest, you can get an authentic college experience at a fraction of the cost of a 4-year university. You belong here. Southwest Mississippi Community College classes start soon, so schedule an appointment today to get on track to a better you. Find us at www.smcc.edu.
Well, we're back here at the ballpark in Summit. 1 inning played. It's 1-0 Jones College. Garrett Clendenning, the catcher, will come to the plate first. He'll be followed by Brady Spring and Hunter French. That is the 6, 7, and 8 spots in the Jones order. As Blaze Boyd will go to work here in the second inning. An error led to a run for Jones College in the top of the first. Boyd will face Clendening here in the earlier game. He was 2 for 3 in the game. The first pitch, a called strike to Clendening, and he's down in the count 0-1. And that one will even it at 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count, and the 1-1 pitch due to Clendening. That one off the plate, and will take the count to 2 balls and a strike to the catcher. So 2 balls and a strike to Clendening as Boyd works to him here in the top of the second inning here at the ballpark in Summit. Here's the 2-1. Pops that one up mile high. Let's see if it gets out of play. It does. Like Smitty went scampering on that one. It goes in just off the Bears dugout. The count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I tell you, Smitty sitting right there in his chair, he ain't moved that fast in years. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch misses. Or should I say the 2-2 pitch is fouled off the plate, and the count even 2 balls and 2 strikes to him. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, they count in the 2-2 pitch. Duke Clendening. And that one will miss for ball 3. That one hit hard, third base sign. That's a fair ball down the third baseline, and Clendening will get the hit. So it's a single for Clendening. Yeah. And Brady Spring will be the batter. So Brady Spring will be the batter. Clendening the double for him. We'll put him at second base. And again, we'll bring Brady Spring to the plate here on Bear TV, WAZA 107.7 FM. They're going to join us here in mere moments on the radio side. So if you do have to step away from wherever you're watching Bear TV, you can find it on the radio, 107.7 FM. That's a soft one to left. That's a base knock. He'll hold the runner at third, and they'll be at first and third with Brady Springs as single. So they will be at first and third with Clendening. Well, good afternoon and welcome on WAZA 107.7 FM to Bear Baseball. You join us here in the top of the second inning with Jones College leading 1-0 with a run in the first on a hit for Jones College. Bears went 1-2-3 in the bottom of that inning. Now here in the second, the first 2 to the plate, Clendening and Spring for Jones, a double and a single. They're at first and third with nobody out for Hunter French, who will bunt. He will bunt it right back to the pitcher. He's got to hurry to get the out at first. He'll get the only out he could grab, and that was the out at first on a 1-4 put out. And French is retired for out number 1. Runners will be at second and third, and Andrew Howard will be at the plate. Got started in this one a little earlier than we thought. That's why the radio folks join us a little bit in progress here. With 1 out and Howard at the plate now. The pitch due him. That's a bunt there. Bunts it out in front of the plate. They'll tag the runner coming to the plate. The bunt is a fielder's choice for Howard. Retired Clendening for out number 2. So 2 gone now here in the top of the second. The fielder's choice for Howard. Brady Spring will move over to third, and Murray Hutchison will be the batter with 2 out and a runner at third. So back-to-back bunts. French moves them over. Howard bunting. The runner comes to the plate. But the catcher, Coffee, able to grab it and apply the tag and get the out at home. So now with 2 out, here's Hutchison. The pitch to him is taken for a strike. He grounded out his first time, so 0 for 1 is Murray Hutchison in this one. So no balls and a strike to the Bobcat second baseman, who's down in the count 0-1. We'll fill you in on radio as we continue with the lineups here in the second inning. No balls, a strike. The count to Murray Hutchison. He'll have the 0-1 pitch, but Blaze Boyd, the Bear pitcher, going to step off that time and make it 0-1. Now he hits one towards the first base. Pitcher covering, goes to the back, got him. Got him at first on a bang-bang play for the Bears as Blaze Boyd covered and got the out. 3-1 on the play to retire Hutchison for out number 3. And in the second inning, no runs crossed for Jones. No runs on a couple of hits. No errors, and Jones will leave a couple of men stranded here in the second inning. But the important thing for the Bears, that 0 spot that they placed up there. And we'll go to the bottom of the second with the Bears leading 1-0. On the radio side, you didn't catch that Bear lineup earlier. Let's give it to you in its entirety. Austin Willis, the second baseman. He led off the bottom of the first and struck out. Braxton Cooksey's the shortstop in the 2 spot. He struck out. Gage Gregory flew to center. He was out number 3. The 4, 5, and 6 spots in the Bear order look like this. It's Presley Hall, the first baseman, Dylan Morgan, the designated hitter, and Braden Coffey, the catcher. The bottom 3, Jonathan Havard, the left fielder, Lake Carmichael, who gets the start over at third here in game 2, and then Williams is in the bottom spot. So Coach Ken Jackson's order looks like this: Willis, Cooksey, and Gregory, Hall, Morgan, and Coffey, Havard, Carmichael, and Williams in the Bear order this afternoon. Defensively, by the way, for Jones, they look like this: Booth, French, and Ratcliffe along the outfield. Johnson, Keaton, Hutchison, and Howard along the infield. Clint Dennings, the catcher. And the pitcher, who wears number 6, at Zach Flaskkamp, who is throwing, and he throws the first pitch to Presley Hall. As we get the bottom of this second inning started with Hall, Morgan, and Coffey to the plate for the Bears. The 1-0 pitch is called a strike to Hall, and leaving the count at 1-1. And that one called a strike. It's 1-2. That one hit in the air to right field. Pretty well hit. Ratcliffe backing up, still backing up, and he will make the grab back on the warning track and retire Hall. He is out number 1. So 1 gone in Hall, and Dylan Morgan, the designated hitter, will come to the plate now. So Morgan, the designated hitter, to the plate. And the Morgan will bat now for the Bears. Checks his swing on the first one. Did he go? He did not. And the count's 1 ball and no strikes to Dylan Morgan. So 1 ball, no strikes for Dylan Morgan, and he will have the 1-0 pitch due him. The 1-0, high fly ball on the infield. Johnson, the third baseman, in foul territory, couldn't find it. That one will drop, but it will be strike 1 against Morgan, and even the count to him at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the count even to Dylan Morgan, 1 ball, 1 strike here at the ballpark in Summit. This 1-0 game here in game 2 this afternoon. Morgan back in, ready for the 1-1 offering. It's off the plate. And it's 2 balls and a strike. So 2 balls and a strike to Morgan. That one is hit foul and back towards the shed. The shed, got a couple of occupants taking in the baseball game out there in the chasing foul ball shed. 2 balls, 2 strikes to 2-2 off the plate to Morgan. That will take the count full to him now at 3 balls and 2 strikes, and Morgan will have a 3-2 payoff pitch due him. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Morgan. Here's the 3-2 payoff. That one hit down the line and foul. And it will stay full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes for Dylan Morgan. The 3-2, that's fouled back the other way. That one, nope, didn't quite make the softball field. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, it stays. Boy, Dylan Morgan in a battle with the Jones pitcher here to 3-2. That hits him. So Morgan will be hit by the pitch. And the Bears will get their designated hitter, Dylan Morgan, on the base pads here in the second inning and bring their catcher, Braden Coffey, to the plate. So Coffey will bat with 1 on and 1 out here in the second inning for the Bears. Runner at first, 1 out after Morgan was hit by a pitch. And here's the pitch to Coffey. That one catches the plate for a strike to Coffey. It snowballs and a strike to him. So no balls and a strike to the Bear catcher, Coffey. Coffey didn't play in the earlier game. Porter handled the catching duties in the earlier game. That one, fly ball, foul territory. That one hits the top of the Bear dugout for strike number 2. Bears, of course, working out of that first base dugout here at the ballpark. Jones, as the visitors, they work out of that third base dugout at the ballpark. No balls and 2 strikes to Braden Coffey, and he will have the 0-2 pitch due him. So no balls and 2 strikes to Coffey with the 0-2 offering due. That one off the plate for a ball, and it's 1-2 to count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, they count to Braden Coffey here at the ballpark, and he will have the 1-2 pitch due him. That one hit towards the shortstop. He waits back on it, goes to second for 1, back to first. It's a double play, and that'll retire the side for the Bears. It's a 6-4-3 twin killing, with Coffey being out number 3, Morgan in front of him being out number 2. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on for the Bears. We played 2 innings here at the ballpark in Summit. Jones College leading this 1-0. They're 2, 3, and 4 spots coming to the plate, but first, let's grab a 60-second break. Back in 60 seconds on Bear TV and WAZA.
Now is your time to be a part of an amazing class of students. There's so much going on here at Southwest, you won't want to miss out. We have scholarships available for music ensembles, cheer, and athletic teams. You can be a part of our active and vibrant campus life, where students are determined to meet their goals. With our new and remodeled residence halls, you have the convenience of staying on campus or commuting. You can even take classes online. At Southwest, you can get an authentic college experience at a fraction of the cost of a 4-year university. You belong here. Southwest Mississippi Community College classes start soon, so schedule an appointment today to get on track to a better you. Find us at www.smcc.edu.
Well, back here at the ballpark in Summit, 1-0, Jones College leading here in the nightcap. By the way, coming into action today, Coach Ken Jackson only 3 wins away to reaching the milestone of 100 wins. As head coach of the Bears, he's only 15 wins away from reaching 600 wins in his career as a head baseball coach. Hopefully the Bears can get hot, maybe get one more closer to both of those milestones for head coach Ken Jackson. Here's Cade Keaton, who reached on an error his first time. Reached on an error and to this point has scored the lone run of this game. The first pitch to him will miss for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes to count. Keaton, Booth, and Ratcliffe due to the plate. The pitch hit right back up the middle. Boyd couldn't handle that one, and it gets right up the wickets for a single. So a single for Keaton. He will be aboard here in the top of the third inning, and DJ Booth, the left fielder, will bat. So Booth, who singled his first time, will bat here in the third inning. For the second time, he comes to the plate 1-for-1. First, here comes Coach Ken Jackson, and he's going to bring the trainer, Keith Raybon. I think that one may have hit Boyd's foot, and I think that's what Coach Ken Jackson's wanting to know. If it got Boyd's foot and how he's feeling about it. So, athletic trainer Keith Raybon will come out, but Boyd giving the indication that he's okay. So Boyd giving the indication that he's okay. He'll pitch to DJ Booth. The pitch to DJ Booth now as his at-bat starts with a runner at first and nobody out. Boyd works out of the stretch, fires and throws ball 1 to Booth. Of course, Bear basketball, the men in action, the women not. 1 ball, no strikes to count to Booth. We'll talk about that as we continue through this third inning. The pitch is missed for ball 2. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Coach Brian Bender's men make the trip over to Pearl River, 6 o'clock tip off for that one. So in about 30 minutes, they will tip Pearl River and Southwest down in Poplarville. Women's action, Pearl River was scheduled to make the trip here to Southwest. That one hit towards second. Oh, and it's all Willis's glove and everybody's safe. Now they'll make the throw to third. He's out at third. They called him out at third. Keaton had second, tried to get to third. They'll call him out. He is out number 1. It's E4 that puts Booth on the base pads, and he will be at second with 1 out now, and Preston Ratcliffe will be the batter. So they get the lead runner at third after the E4 on Willis at second base. He's able to throw a strike to his third baseman, Carmichael, who got him, who got Keaton, but as he was doing that, Booth moves up to second. So 1 gone, Ratcliffe, who skied out his first time, 0-for-1, as he comes to the plate here in the third inning. Boyd takes a long look back at second. Will go to the plate, and that one's hit to left and pretty well hit, and that one will stay fair and get out of the ballpark. And Ratcliffe has himself a home run. So Ratcliffe, the home run, it's a 2-run shot off Boyd to make it a 3-0 game, and Jesse Johnson will be the batter now for Ratcliffe. Let's check him out real quick for Ratcliffe. He has had 4 home runs, so make it 5 on the year for Ratcliffe now. So 5 homers on the year for Ratcliffe. It's a 2-run shot. The pitch will miss to Johnson for a ball, 1-0 to count to him. And Jones has taken the lead from 1-0 to 3-0 here in the top of the third. 1 ball, no strikes to 1-0. Hit towards center. That one should stay playable for Williams. Backing up, he'll make the grab, and that's out number 2. So 2 gone now for Jones and Garrett Clendenning. The catcher will bat with 2 out. He doubled his first time and was out on the base pads when he tried to come to the plate on a bunt. Here's the pitch. That one on the inside half will miss for a ball to him. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Bears do have action in their pen. First the pitch takes it to 2-0. Bears have number 16 working down in the pen for the Bears. The first pitch, and that makes it 3-0. 16 is Jacob McDaniel for the Bears, who's getting loose. 3 balls, no strikes to 3-0. Misses for ball 4. And Clendenning going to get the free pass with 2 out. And that'll bring Brady Spring, the designated hitter for Jones College, back to the plate. He's singled. And his first at bat back in the second. He will step to the plate now here in the 3rd inning for Jones College. 2 out runner at first now for Jones College. Here comes the pitch to Spring. That misses off the plate for a ball, 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Brady Spring, and he will be due his 1-0 pitch. 1-0 called a strike, and it's back even to him at 1-1. Some folks still gathering into the ballpark. We got game 2 started earlier than we'd originally thought with game 1 inning in a 10-run rule. So game 2 started a bit earlier than a lot of folks probably thought, as folks are still coming into Bear Park here on the Southwest campus this afternoon. That one will be bobbled by Coffee, and going down to second base now will be Clendenning, the catcher, so he'll be at second, and the count 2 balls and a strike to Brady Spring. So Spring will be due his 2-1 pitch. Boyd, a long look back at second before he throws the 2-1 pitch, and now time asked for by Brady Spring at the plate. Spring will wait for the pitch. That one hit first base side. It's foul. Spring hits that one hard, but right down that line. Brady Spring, of course, the freshman. Hometown Brookhaven, Mississippi. Played at Brookhaven Academy. Did Brady Spring. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to him. And he will have a 2-2 pitch due here in this 3rd inning. A 2-2 pitch due. That one misses for ball 3. And the count full to Brady Spring. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. And he will await a 3-2 payoff pitch. Three balls, 2 strikes to 3-2. He'll step off, look that runner back to the second base bag. Looking Clendenning back towards the bag. Here's the 3-2, and that's off the plate for ball 4. And Spring will draw the free pass to put him first and second. Here comes Coach Ken Jackson, and he's ready to make a call to the bullpen. So Boyd gonna leave this game. I don't think Coach Ken Jackson was ever convinced that he was 100% good to go after getting hit earlier. So he will leave this one, and Hunter French will come to the plate in the 3rd inning with 2 on and 2 out. And the Bears make the call to the pen.
Number 16, Jacob
McDaniel, who was getting loose earlier, will be the pitcher for Boyd. He will pitch 2 2/3 innings. 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Let's see.
Southwest Baseball would like to thank the following
Walked
sponsors for their
one,
support.
and did he have a
2.4,
strikeout?
Stat Care.
He
Lease
did
Owner
not have a
Insurance.
strikeout, and he's given up at least 3 runs, but both of the Bobcats on the base pads will belong to Boyd. He will give it to McDaniel with 2 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. So it will be McDaniel's game now here in the 3rd inning. He will inherit 2 on 2 out and will pitch to Hunter French, who sacrifice bunted his first time when he went to the plate for Jones College. Well, don't forget, we're right back here at Bear Park on Saturday. Holmes Community College in town. Is that one at 1 or 2? 2 o'clock first pitch here at Bear Park Saturday afternoon with Holmes in town. We'll have game 1 of that right here on Bear TV and WAZA. Game 2 will be a Bear TV telecast only. But we'll hope you'll come on out to the ballpark. Hopefully some good weather Saturday with Holmes Community College in town to take on the Bears. So McDaniel will finish his warm-up tosses. 2 are gone in this 3-0 game here in the top of this 3rd inning, and Hunter French will come to the plate. He will bat with runners first and second. It's Clendenning, the catcher, at second. Brady Spring, the designated hitter, at first. And the pitch due French. McDaniel will throw back to second. They will apply the tag, but he gets back safely there. The first pitch still due French. Let's see if McDaniel's ready to go to the plate. Gives another long look back at second. Goes to the plate throw and throws a strike at French. It's 0-1 to him. So no balls and a strike. The count to Hunter French here in the top half of inning number 3 here at Bear Park. The 0-1 pitch due. They'll go to second again. Throw went to the second base side, so he's able to get back safely again. That throw goes to the shortstop side. That might be an interesting call from the field umpire. No balls, a strike, the count to French. Here's the 0-1 to him. Taps that one out in front of the plate. The only play is at first. They'll make it and retire the side. Or are they going to call it a foul ball? The home plate umpire didn't signal foul ball. The field umpire comes in, signals foul ball, and now the officials will talk it over. Home plate umpire never signaled foul ball. It was the umpire in the field that said foul ball. And now the Bear defense will have to come back out. Coach Ken Jackson wanting an explanation on this one. The home plate umpire never gave that signal. It was the field umpire who was back behind the bag looking back in on the infield that once the play concluded ran in and said it was a foul ball. So he will take his argument from Coach Ken Jackson and we'll get back to play here. So French will get second life from the umpire. We'll have to reset the scoreboard here at Bear Park too. McDaniel will go to work again. And French just does get a piece of that one to stay alive and keep the count 0-2. So French gets second life. Let's see what he does with it. McDaniel, no balls, 2 strikes to him. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That misses for a ball. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Misses for ball 2, and it evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hunter French. 3-0 Jones. They score a couple of runs here in the third. Bears thought they were out of it, but called back to the field as the field umpire called a foul ball. Hits that one to the mound, goes to first. Retired 1-3 on the play for that one. And the side is retired in the third inning. Coach Ken Jackson kind of gets a last little say at the field umpire as French is retired. And in the third inning, couple of runs for Jones. They get a couple of runs on 1-2 hits. There was a Bear error, and let's see, 1-2 left stranded in that top of the third inning. So Jones puts a 2 spot on the board. They will lead it by a score of 3-1, and we'll head into the home half of the third inning. The bottom 3 in that Bear order with Havard, Carmichael, and Williams will be scheduled to the plate for the Bears as they will go to work on the offensive end. Bears did not manage a run in that earlier game. They're still trying to wake those sticks up. Maybe that little argument can get the Bear sticks going here in the bottom half of this third inning, with the bottom 3 in the order to face Zach Flaskamp. And again, is out of the redshirt freshman out of Meridian, Mississippi in southeast Lauderdale. Bear basketball about 10 minutes away from tipping off down in Poplarville. The Bear women, by the way, their game postponed, which was scheduled to take place over inside the Southwest Basketball Center. That's why WAZA able to join us for some Bear baseball this evening, and for that matter, why we're able to bring you some Bear baseball this evening. So Jonathan Havard will lead things off. Here's the pitch to him, and he will take it for a ball, 1-0. The Bears had a base runner in the second, but Morgan was erased when Coffey hit into the double play. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that one misses for ball 2. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Havard. 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Hit back up the middle. That'll get through the wickets, and a base hit for the Bears. So a base hit for the Bears with Havard. He'll be aboard at first, and Lake Carmichael will come to the plate for the Bears with a duck on the pond here in the second inning. Carmichael, the third baseman, did not bat in the earlier game for Southwest, so his first at bat of the afternoon. A right-hander will bat for Southwest. He will show bunt. He will pull it back and take a ball, 1-0. So the ball makes it a 1-0 count. Bear Park, 325 down the lines. 370 in the gaps. Right at 390 to dead center field. Shows bunt again. This one called a strike. And it's even to Carmichael now. 1 ball and 1 strike for the Bears. Carmichael has shown bunt the first 2 times and has not gotten one that he feels like he could lay down. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 1-1. Called that one a strike. It's 1-2. Now Carmichael will be do a 1-2 pitch. The 1-2 is off the plate and evens it to Carmichael at 2-2, not showing bunt that time with 2 strikes. So they yanked the bunt off Carmichael with 2 strikes, and he's looking at a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Here's the 2-2 pitch to him. Misses for ball 3, and now the count full to Carmichael. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, and Carmichael will be due a payoff pitch here at the ballpark. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch due. Runner takes off. That's ball 4. So Carmichael will draw the base on balls. There at first and second for the Bears, and Gerard Williams will bat. Williams will bat with 2 on and nobody out. Good chance for the Bears here to try to get back into this one. The 7 and 8 hole hitters have done their job. Let's see if Williams can get on base and flip it back to the top of that Bear order here in the 3rd inning. Williams at the plate, and the first pitch due him. He'll look back at second, shows bunt, pulls it back, takes ball 1.
Let's go. Nothing wrong with that.
1 ball, no strikes, the count to Williams, and he will have the 1-0 pitch due him here at the ballpark. First time today we've seen some action begin to stir down in the Jones pen. 1 ball, no strikes to 1-0. Tried to bunt at that one unsuccessfully for a strike, and it's 1-1. Williams tried to go for the bunt that time and evens the count at 1-1 to him. Flaskamp throws a 1-1 pitch. He shows bunt, bunts that one towards the pitcher. They want to go to third. That one's a bad throw towards the dugout. Here comes 1. They will hold the second Bear runner, and the error going to cost Jones a run. Havard will score for the Bears. It's a throwing error on the pitcher. Carmichael will be at third. Williams will go to second, so it's a 2-base error. And the Bears will crack the scoreboard, make it a 3-1 game, and Austin Willis, as we go back to the top of the Bear order, will bat. So the bottom 3 in the Bear order do their job. Havard singles and later scores. Carmichael worked the walk, and Williams trying to sacrifice bunt, and the pitcher makes the bad throw to third, so an error charged to him, going to score the run for Southwest, and that'll bring the head coach of Jones, Coach Chris Kirtland, out to speak with his pitcher. That conversation comes to a close, and Austin Willis will bat as we go back to the top of the Bear order here in this 3rd inning. Jones with 28, Dylan Fontaine in their pen. Austin Biggs handles the 3rd base coaching duties for the Bears. The pitch, a called strike to Willis. So it's no balls and a strike as the Willis at bat begins. There at second and third, nobody out, and 1 in for the Bears here in game 2. No balls and a strike for Austin Willis, and he's due his 0-1 pitch. The 0-1 bunts. Willis bunts it. They'll go to the plate. Safe at the plate. Said he didn't get the tag on him, and he's safe at the plate. First and third for the Bears after the play is called safe at the plate, and Carmichael scores. It's a fielder's choice for Willis. He will be aboard at first. Williams moves over to third. They will be at first and third for the Bears, and Braxton Cooksey, the Bears shortstop, will come to the plate. 3-2 now. Still nobody out for Cooksey. He was a strikeout victim his first time. He struck out back in the first. He comes to the plate here in the third. And give him a hit instead of a fielder's choice. So give Willis the hit. Bunts in the air. Pitcher catches that one. Throw goes to third, and the Bears catch a break there. Boy, the first Willis was halfway down that line, but they went to third. So Willis able to get back. Williams was a lot closer back to that third base bag, and Cooksey's retired for round number 1. Now Gage Gregory will bat for the Bears. He flew out his first time. So Gregory 0 for 1 in this contest. They'll go to first. Back safely over there is Willis, the leadoff man for the Bears. Gregory at the plate. The pitch to him is misses high for a ball. It's 1-0. Havard and Carmichael have scored. Williams is at third. Willis is at first with 1 out. Braxton Cooksey's bunt was aired to the pitcher for round number 1. Swinging strike to Gregory. And the count evens to him now at 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Gregory, and the 1-1 pitch will await him. They'll go to first, and again, back safely there is Willis. A 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Gregory. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to him here at the ballpark. They'll go to first again. And again, Willis will get back safely. Flaskamp paying a lot of attention to that runner at first here in the Gregory at bat. 1 ball, 1 strike. A count to Gage Gregory. Let's see if he goes to the plate this time. He does. It's a swinging strike. Runner takes off for second. He will go into second safely. They'll hold Williams at third. So Willis is at second. It's a ball and 2 strikes to Gregory now. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gage Gregory, and he will have the 1-2 pitch due him. Now the 1-2 offering. Off the plate for ball 2. And that takes the count even to Gregory. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the bottom of this 3rd inning. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 from Flaskamp. High chopper to the shortstop. Run will score for the Bears. To throw it first, he didn't get him. Keaton had the high chopper to deal with. He had to wait for the ball to come back down, and Gregory able to beat it at first. Williams will score. That will tie it here at the ballpark. Gregory is safe at first. We'll see how they score that one. Probably a hit, and they do. So that's a hit. Willis is over at third for the Bears. And now Presley Hall will bat for Southwest in a 3-3 game. So Hall will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1, flew out to right his first time. Flaskamp works to him. It's a called strike. It's 0-1. So no balls and a strike for Presley Hall, the first baseman for the Bears here in this 3rd inning of work. So no balls and a strike that count for Hall, and the pitch due him. They'll go to first. Getting back safely is Gregory that time. Flaskamp pays a lot of attention. Pretty good pickoff move for the young man, but he pays a lot of attention to those runners at first. No balls and a strike to Hall. He will have the 0-1 pitch due him here at the ballpark. 3-3 our score as we play baseball here in the bottom of this 3rd. The Bears have put all 3 of their runs on the board this inning and have them at the corners with only 1 out. The pitch Swinging strike to Hall, and he's down in the count now. No balls and 2 strikes. So no balls and 2 strikes. They count to Hall, and he will have the 0-2 pitch due. Flaskamp will look at his catcher. Now he's got the one he wants, and they strike Presley Hall out. Hall will strike out. He will be outnumbered 2. And now if the Bears are going to score any more, they'll have to do it with 2 out in the bat of Dylan Morgan. He was hit by a pitch, was erased on Braden Coffey's double play back in the 2nd. So he comes to the plate here. He's the 8th man to bat for the Bears here in this 3rd inning. Pitch to him is taken for a ball, 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Dylan Morgan. The 1-0 now. Skies that one to right center. Long run. And it's off the wall. Here comes 1 for the Bears. Here comes 2 for the Bears, and they'll take the lead. Boy, that one kept on carrying, and both French and Ratcliffe both running towards it, and it's off the wall in right center. It's a double for Dylan Morgan. It will score Willis from 3rd. It will also score Gregory from 1st for the Bears, and now Braden Coffey will be the 9th man to bat for the Bears here in this 3rd inning in this 5-3 game. Coffey hit into the double play his first time. The pitch to him is swung on and popped up. Foul territory. Let's see if this one stays playable. Third baseman can't find it, but Keaton, the shortstop, in foul territory, backs him up. He grabs it and retires the side. So Keaton in foul territory grabs that one. Bears send 9 to the plate. They score 5 times. They score 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 Bear hits. There was, let's see, 1 error, and the Bears will leave 1 stranded. So the 5 spot for Southwest here in the 3rd gives them a 5-3 lead. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning with McDaniel working to the 9, 1, and 2 spots in the order. But first, we'll step aside for a 60-second break. Back in 60 seconds, Bear Baseball's on WAZA and Bear TV.
Now is your time to be a part of an amazing class of students. There's so much going on here at Southwest, you won't want to miss out. We have scholarships available for music ensembles, cheer, and athletic teams. You can be a part of our active and vibrant campus life, where students are determined to meet their goals. With our new and remodeled residence halls, you have the convenience of staying on campus or commuting. You can even take classes online. At Southwest, you can get an authentic college experience at a fraction of the cost of a 4-year university. You belong here. Southwest Mississippi Community College classes start soon, so schedule an appointment today to get on track to a better you. Find us at www.smcc.edu.
Leading off the zone, number 26, Andrew Howard.
Well, Andrew Howard will lead off the top of the 4th for Jones. Bears get a 5 spot in the bottom of the 3rd. They go up 5-3 here. It's Howard out of the 9th spot. McDaniel will go to work against him, and the first pitch is a ball, 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes for Andrew Howard. And he will be due his 1-0 pitch. It's a swinging strike to him, and we'll even the count to him now at a ball and a strike. Top of the 4th inning here. In the 2nd of 2 with the Bears of Southwest and Jones College. The 1-1's tap foul at the plate. That'll take it to a ball and 2 strikes now for Howard. Through the first pitch of this one out, 5:02 here at the ballpark this afternoon. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here's the 1-2, and that's going to hit him. So Howard will be hit by the pitch. Jones will get their leadoff man on, and we'll go back to the top of their order with Murray Hutchison, their second baseman, to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out a couple of times as he comes to the plate here in this 4th inning. McDaniel in relief of Boyd. He came on and relieved him in the 3rd. He pitches his first full inning here in this 4th inning. The pitch off the plate and taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Bear basketball has tipped off. We'll try to update you on that one periodically. They're down in Poplarville taking on Pearl River. Bear women, their game with Pearl River postponed tonight. 1-0 pitch. Swinging strike, they'll throw to second. They should have him, and they do. Howard is out number 1 as Braden Coffey throws a strike down to second base. Howard's retired, bases are empty, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Murray Hutchison. So 1 ball, 1 strike, they count to Hutchison. He will have the 1-1 pitch due him here in this 4th inning. That one will miss for ball 2. It's now 2 balls and a strike. Jones gambles and sent Howard, and boy, Braden Coffey throws a strike to second base to gun him down. 2 balls, a strike to Hutchison. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Slapped foul down the 3rd baseline. 3 minutes in, Bears up 6-5. You know, Southwest men, the only team that's beaten Pearl River all year, and they go to Pearl River tonight. Tough place to play in Poplarville. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see how that one comes out. The 2-2 pitch, inside and missed on that inside half for ball. Takes the count full now to 3 balls and 2 strikes. And now McDaniel will throw a 3-2 pitch, and that's on the inside half and misses for ball 4.
Number 14, Cade Keaton.
There's Cade Keaton now. So Hutchison will walk. He will be aborted first with 1 out, and Keaton, who's reached on an error and scored and was single and was left stranded back in the 3rd, he will come to the plate here for his 3rd at bat in this 4th inning for Jones College. McDaniel working with a runner at first. Out of the stretch he goes in the pitch. Off the plate, that one misses for a ball, and it's 1-0. Next Bear sporting event, don't forget that's baseball. Homes in town Saturday, 2 o'clock first pitch here at Bear Park. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That one's called a strike, and it's back even to Keaton now. 1 ball and 1 strike as he works here in this 4th inning. Now the 1-1 pitch due. Fouls that one back to the screen, and it's 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes to count to Keaton, and he will have his 1-2 pitch due. Here's the 1-2 from McDaniel. That one's fouled and out of play. Looks like the soccer festivities have concluded. LSU Eunice was in town. They played women this afternoon at 2. The men of Southwest played a 4 o'clock game today. It was a scrimmage with LSU Eunice that took place back behind us at the soccer field. That one fouled to the screen. It'll stay a ball and 2 strikes. Whereas their season still a couple of weeks away from getting started for Bear Soccer. They're the last sport to play here on this 2020-2021 campaign. The 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. misses on the outside half. It's even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bears do have action in their pen. Is it Purcell? Yeah, it's Purcell, number 9, that's down in the pen. Swinging strike 3, and Keaton goes down. He is outnumbered 2 on the strikeout. So Keaton strikes out. He's outnumbered 2. Here's DJ Booth now. He'll bat with 2 out and a runner at first. Booth has singled, reached on an error, and scored a run this afternoon for Jones College. So he comes to the plate for his 3rd at bat here in the 4th inning. Runner still stranded over at first. That's Hutchison who walked. McDaniel will work to Booth now. The pitch to him. Called a strike, and it's 0-1. So no balls and a strike to Booth, and he will have the 0-1 pitch. Purcell looks like he's continuing to loosen in that Bear pen. The pitch hit right at the third baseman. Carmichael, strong throw, gets his man and retires to side. Nice job, Carmichael, to get his man. 5-3 on the putout, and the side retired in the 4th. For Jones College, no runs in the 4th on no hits. There were no errors, and they leave 1 stranded. Through 4 innings, Jones has now left 2, 4, 5, 6 Bobcats stranded. We head into the bottom of the 4th inning here at the ballpark in Summit. The Bears leading this one 5-3. Southwest will start the 4th inning with the bottom 3 in their order, the same place they started the bottom of the 3rd. The Bears will start the bottom of the 4th with Havard, Carmichael, and Williams to follow. So the Bears will start 7, 8, 9, just like they started the last inning when they sent 9 to the plate. Bears would love to have another inning like that for sure. Pearl River leading the Bears 15-10. That game down in Poplarville this afternoon. Here's Jonathan Havard. He singled and scored in his first time into the plate. That was back in the 3rd inning when the Bears sent 9. They come to the plate here in the 4th. The pitch. He sends that one to right. That's pretty well hit, and goodbye baseball. Havard is the home run for Southwest. It's a solo shot for Havard. Jonathan, let's see, had he hit one yet? Yeah, he had no homers. So give Mr. Havard his first home run of the year. So that's the first homer of the year for Havard, and Lake Carmichael scheduled, but it looks like he may face a different pitcher, as it looks like Jones may be ready to remove Zach Flaskamp from this game. They are. So Flaskamp will be taken out of the ball game. He pitches 3+ innings. He will give up, 4, 5 Bear hits, 6 runs on, does he 1, 2, 3 strikeouts, and let's see how many he walked. He will walk 1, I believe. I think it was just the 1 walk he allowed. So 3+ innings for Flaskamp, 5 hits, 6 runs, a walk, 3 strikeouts. They will bring 28 Dylan Fontaine. So Fontaine will be the new pitcher. He will come on and will pitch to Lake Carmichael with the bases empty here in the bottom of this 4th inning, and the Bears up 6-3. So he will face Carmichael, Williams, and we know we'll go back to the top of the Bear order with Austin Willis, who will face him. Again, Flaskamp 3+, 5 hits, 6 runs, a walk, 3 strikeouts on the afternoon for him. Southwest with 11 minutes to play. It looks like they're up 17-15 down in Poplarville in men's basketball. It's all about seeding at this point for the Southwest Bears after that heartbreaking loss back on Monday night to Meridian. They go to Pearl River really needing a W. They've dropped 7 in a row as Coach Brian Bender's Bears. And boy, I tell you, beating a team like Pearl River twice would give the Bears some confidence as they head towards the regionals in a couple of weeks. And that's exactly what they're hoping to do when they got on that bus and headed for Poplarville this afternoon. So Lake Carmichael will bat for the Bears. He will bat here in the 4th inning. The Havard home run chases the pitcher out of this game. And the first one to Carmichael is taken for a ball, 1-0. Bears lost the earlier game 12-0. They lead this one 6-3. The 1-0 pitch is fouled at the plate and will even the count to Carmichael now at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the count even to Lake Carmichael, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he will have the 1-1 pitch due him here in this 4th inning. The 1-1 now to Carmichael. Off the plate for ball 2. It's 2 balls and a strike. So 2 balls and a strike to Carmichael and the 2-1 offering to him. That one will miss for ball 3. And that will take it to 3-1. So Carmichael ahead in the count. 3 balls and a strike. And the 3-1 pitch due him. Swinging strike 2. And it goes full to Carmichael now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And he will be due his payoff pitch here in the 4th inning. So the payoff pitch for Carmichael is ball 4. So Carmichael, for the 2nd time this afternoon, draws a free pass. He walked and scored in the 3rd. He walks here in the 4th. There's Gerard Williams. Williams reached on an error. He also scored for the Bears back in the 3rd. Well, a throwing error by the pitcher is what put Williams on the base pads back in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. That one's called a strike. Called a strike to Williams, and he's down in the count 0-1. Fontaine working as the 2nd Jones pitcher in this contest. No balls and a strike to Williams. Here comes the 0-1. Nope, goes to first. Tag applied, but back safely is Carmichael, the runner. So no balls and a strike to Williams. The 0-1 pitch due him. That one off the plate. Now he goes to the screen. Carmichael will go to second. So Carmichael will go to second base. No throw that time, as that one popped away from Clem Denning, the catcher. So that puts Carmichael in scoring position, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike to Williams here in the 4th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the 1-1 pitch due. Jones more action in their bullpen here in this 4th inning. There's the 1-1. Fouled at the plate. It's 1-2. Mazingo? Yeah, number 11, Cole Mazingo, out of Laurel. Played at East Central. Transferred over to Jones. 1 ball, 2 strikes, they count. And now Williams will have a 1-2 pitch due him. Long look back at second. He'll go to the plate on the 1-2, and that one's fouled back away from out of the ballpark. And the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Williams. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Williams, and he will have a 1-2 pitch due him here at the ballpark this afternoon. Now the 1-2 pitch due. 1-2. He'll step off. He wants to chase Carmichael back to that second base bag, which he does. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Williams. Bears lead at 6-3 here in the home half of the 4th inning here at Bear Park. Campus of Southwest Mississippi Community College, swinging strike. He'll have to throw to first, which they'll do to complete the strikeout of Williams. And he will be out number 1 here in the 4th inning. And Austin Willis back to the top of the Bear order. He will bat with 1 out and a runner at second base. Willis has struck out, singled, and scored a run for Southwest as he comes to the plate for the 3rd time as we start the 3rd time through the Bear order as we work into this 4th. And the pitch due is taken, and that one's going to pop away from the catcher. And Carmichael going to make his way to 3rd. So now Carmichael will stand at 3rd, and the count 1 ball and no strikes to Austin Willis. So now Willis will be due a 1-0 pitch here in this 4th inning. The 1-0 due. Shows bunt. I think he bunted it, but might have caught a part of him too. And now the officials are going to see if it hit the bat or him. So the officials will talk it over and decide what they want to do here. Is it a strike or is he going to first? They talk about it, and now they're going to come over and give the explanation to Coach Ken Jackson. Everybody will talk it over, and I think they're just going to say it's a strike. I think he might have broke his helmet with that one getting him. So he will have to get himself a new helmet. A new helmet will be given to Willis, and he'll go back to the batter's box. Jones will draw the infield in as he tried to bunt the first time. Let's see if he's still bunting after the strike that was called and the strike that got him in the head. Here's the 1-1. Still shows bunt, drops it first base side. Perfect bunt, and he's safe at the plate. Out at first, he did his job. He's actually going to be safe at first. So he's going to beat it at first, too. Boy, talk about doing your job. Willis did it right there. He will bunt himself onto the base pads and pick up a hit. Bears will score the run to make it 7-3. Here's Braxton Cooks. He dropped that one and made him come over the first base line. That's probably the reason he beat it, was it went to the first base side instead of the third base side. Cooks, he swings and misses. He will be down in the count 0-1. The Bears have put another one on the board to make it a 7-3 game now. Cooksey has struck out and also hit one to the pitcher on a sacrifice earlier. The pitch due. Now one misses, runner goes to second, and he's going to get into second safely. Willis, with a bad throw, gets into second safely, and the count even to Braxton Cooksey now at 1 ball, 1 strike here in this 4th inning. So the count even to Cooksey at 1-1 with a runner in scoring position now in Austin Willis in this 7-3 game here this afternoon. And now the 1-1 pitch, Duke Cooksey. That one misses for ball 2. It's 2-1. Excuse me, 3-1. I thought it was 2-1, but I think he may have put 3 fingers up. I think it's 2-1 though. 2 balls and a strike to count. Now the 2-1 pitch. That misses for ball 3. Now it's 3-1. So Cooksey ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike. Runner at second, 1 out for the Bears here in this 4th inning. 3 balls, a strike to Cooksey, and he will be due his 3-1 pitch here on this Thursday afternoon. Long look at second. They go to the plate, and Cooksey will foul that one off. Down to third will go the runner. He didn't get any of that one. In fact, he didn't foul it. He just missed it, and it ends up going into the Bear dugout. So Willis will be able to move up and go to third. It's a swinging strike to Willis. It pops, a swinging strike to Cooksey, which allows Willis to go down to third. Now Coach Ken Jackson is spoken to Cooksey. Now he's speaking with the home plate umpire. They say it's 3-2, so that's the strike on the pitch there to make the count go full, 3-2. But Willis now down at third. Infield drawn in again, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and a payoff pitch due for Cooksey from Fontaine. And now Cooksey will ask for time. Fontaine will look in at his catcher before he delivers the 3-2 pitch. There's the 3-2, and that one is called strike 3, and Cooksey will go down on strikes round number 2. So 2 strikeouts. He got Williams and now Cooksey. And now the Bears will send Gage Gregory to the plate with 2 out and a runner at third. Gregory has singled and scored and flew out in his 2 trips. So he will come to the plate here in the 4th inning for the Bears. And the pitch to Gregory. He pops that one up. Should get back out of play. It does. And the count's no balls and a strike. So the count, no balls and a strike to Gregory, and he will have the 0-1 pitch due him here in this 4th inning. Gregory up swinging. Here's the pitch. Sends that one to the third baseman. He grabs it. Perfect throw gets him, and that's what he does. He makes a perfect throw. 5-3 on the put out, retires to side. Bears scored 2 more in the 4th, but leave a runner stranded at third. They get the 2 runs on 1 and 2 hits. There were no errors, and the Bears leave 1 stranded. Jonathan Havard with the home run for Southwest. Bears go up 7-3. We head to the top of the 5th, and we'll get the Jones bats after we grab a 60-second break. Back in 60 seconds on WAZA and Bear TV.
Now is your time to be a part of an amazing class of students. There's so much going on here at Southwest, you won't want to miss out. We have scholarships available for music ensembles, cheer, and athletic teams. You can be a part of our active and vibrant campus life where students are determined to meet their goals. With our new and remodeled residence halls, you have the convenience of staying on campus or commuting. You can even take classes online. At Southwest, you can get an authentic college experience at a fraction of the cost of a 4-year university. You belong here. Southwest Mississippi Community College classes start soon, so schedule an appointment today to get on track to a better you. Find us at www.smcc.edu.
Well, back here at Southwest as we head into the 5th inning. 7-3, the Bears leading Jones College here in the nightcap. Keeping an eye on that basketball game. We'll try to update you on that one at halftime. They're getting closer to halftime down in Poplarville with Coach Brian Bender's men in a tight one with Pearl River. But, boy, they've pretty much been tight all season long for Coach Brian Bender's Bears. 34-27, Pearl River leading the Bears. That one hit towards third. Oh, it's off the glove of Carmichael. That one off the glove of Carmichael, and Ratcliffe will be aboard on an error. E5 is how we'll score that one. As Ratcliffe will reach, and Johnson will be the batter. So the error gives the leadoff man the base pads for Jones College here in the 5th inning. Johnson's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flew out in his 2 trips. The pitch to him is off the plate and taken for a ball from McDaniel. Bears leading this one 7-3 as we work here in the top of the 5th. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Here's the 1-0. That one's fouled off his bat and out of play. And evens the count to Johnson now. 1 ball, 1 strike. So they count even to Johnson. 1 ball, 1 strike. First one was 12-0. Jones wins that one. Bears leading this one 7-3 here in the top of the 5th. Here's the 1-1. That's off the plate, and it goes to 2 balls and a strike to Johnson. Nice crowd on hand. Nice Bear crowd, for that matter. Jones, a pretty good crowd as well. It's got some local folks on this Jones team that's brought some of their fans out this afternoon. That one's hit towards second. Goes to second for 1. Back to first, and safe at first. Couldn't pull the double play, but the Bears do get the lead runner. It's a fielder's choice for Johnson. Ratcliffe is retired for out number 1, and Garrett Clendenning will be the batter. Willis went to Cooksey, and Cooksey fired a strike to first, but it wasn't in time, and now the 1-on, 1-out situation with the catcher at the plate. And the pitch to him. That one hits him. Oh, it hits the catcher, Clendenning. And that will put him now first and second with 1 out. And we'll bring Brady Spring to the plate, so 2-on, 1 out. And the designated hitter, Brady Spring, who has singled and walked in 2 trips to the plate for Jones College, will come to the plate here in the 5th inning. McDaniel working, he took over, got the last out in the 3rd, pitched the entire 4th, and now works here in the 5th inning for the Bears. Here's the pitch to Spring now. That one is fouled off his bat for a strike. It's 0-1. Started this one 5:02 here at the ballpark. It was 61 degrees at first pitch time. Ironically enough, it was 61 degrees at 3 o'clock this afternoon when we threw the first pitch of game 1. No balls and a strike to Spring. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to him. That one fouled to the screen, and it will go no balls and 2 strikes now to Brady Spring, and he will have an 0-2 pitch to him here in the top half of this 5th inning. So no balls and 2 strikes to Spring, and the 0-2 pitch due. There's the 0-2. That's off the plate for a ball to Spring. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. 42-27 Pearl River at the half. That's the basketball score for Coach Brian Bender's Bears. 42-27, that game gone to the half. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Spring. That one off the plate. Will even the count to Spring. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the 5th inning. Spring again has singled and walked in his 2 trips to the plate. He bats for the 3rd time here in the 5th. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2. That one fouled out of play. The count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes for Brady Spring. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brady Spring, and now the 2-2 pitch to him. McDaniel looks in at his catcher, Coffey. Checks his runner back at second. Here's the 2-2. That's hit to left. Should stay in the air for Havard. He'll grab it for out number 2. That'll be out number 2, so two gone now.
Number 4, Hunter French.
And here's Hunter French. So French will bat with a 2 out and runners first and second for Jones College. French is 0 for 2. He's gone to the pitcher twice to get his 0 for 2 at the plate here in the nightcap. The pitch to him, hits it towards the second baseman, goes to first, gets the outside, retired. 4-3 on the putout. That's out number 3, and for Jones College in the 5th, no runs, no hits, a Bear error, and 2 left stranded. We have played now, let's see, with the 0 in the 5th, 4.5 here at the ballpark. And we have a 7-3 game in favor of the Bears. Bears will come to the plate in the bottom of the 5th. It will be the 4, 5, and 6 spots for Southwest. Presley Hall, Dylan Morgan, the designated hitter, and Braden Coffey, the Bear catcher, who will come to the plate for the bottom half of inning number 5. Remember, we told you earlier in this game, Coach Ken Jackson, 3 wins away from achieving a milestone of 100 wins as head coach of the Bears. We were over at the softball complex earlier this season when Coach Shea Johnson got that same accomplishment with his ball over just steps away at his Lady Bear Park. So let's hope at some point this season, possibly with a win today, possibly Saturday even, maybe, just maybe, we'll see. Coach Ken Jackson gets closer and closer to win number 100 on the season. Or excuse me, on his career at Southwest. He's, by the way, only 15 away from 600 all-time wins as a head coach. That, of course, includes his career here at Southwest and also his time as a high school coach at Park Lane Academy. So into the bottom of the 5th we go. Presley Hall, the batter, 0 for 2. He's flown out and struck out in a couple of trips. So Hall, the batter, as he comes to the plate, 0 for 2 here in the 5th inning. Swinging strike 1 to Presley Hall. Still looking for his first hit in this contest as he stands at the plate here in this 5th inning. No balls and a strike to Hall. Here comes the 0-1 to him, and that one is going to miss for a ball, and we'll even it to Presley Hall now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bears 5 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th to get their 7 runs. The 1-1 called a strike. 1 and 2. The count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. That's off the plate. And makes it 2-1. Is it 2-2? They didn't put that second strike on the scoreboard, but it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hits that to right field. That will drop in right field. It'll get past a diving Ratcliffe, and down to second standing will be Presley Hall. So Presley Hall down to second standing as he will be given a hit. Ratcliffe came diving after that one in right field and was unable to grab it. Here's Dylan Morgan. Morgan, the designated hitter, was hit by a pitch back in the second. He doubled in the third. He bats here in the fifth now with the Bears with the runner at second and nobody out here in this fifth inning. So Morgan will bat. The pitch due him. And hits that one off his leg. You said number 11? That's Cole Mazingo, who's back up in the pen now for Jones College. Working here with the Bears leadoff double for Presley Hall. There is one ticked off dog at this ballpark somewhere. No balls and a strike to count. And the 0-1 pitch due, that's foul down that third base line. And it will be no balls and 2 strikes. Excuse me, it's not one ticked off dog, it's 2 ticked off dogs here at the ballpark. So no balls and 2 strikes to count to Morgan. And Morgan will have an 0-2 pitch due him here in the fifth inning. The 0-2 called strike 3, and Morgan goes down on strikes for out number 1 here in the fifth inning. And it'll bring the Bear catcher Braden Coffey to the plate with 1 out. Now the Bears will ask Braden Coffey now. He's hit into a double play and skied one to the shortstop. He's 0 for 2 as he comes to the plate here in this fifth inning. The first pitch will miss for a ball to Coffey, 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to the Bear catcher, Braden Coffey, as he awaits his 1-0 pitch. Now when we'll miss for a ball, it will go 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Coffey, and he will have a hitter's count at 2 balls and no strikes to him here in the fifth. The 2-0 due him now. Now one hit back up the middle. Shortstop rolls it up and everybody's safe. And the Bear going to slow down. Now he's going to have to go home and the throw going to come and he's out. Boy, I tell you, slipping and falling was Presley Hall when he went past the third base bag. He had third safely, but he falls down and they're able to throw him out. Now that'll be out number 2 with Presley Hall. Coffey will be down at second for the Bears. They score that one E6 for Coffey, and Havard will be the batter. Oh, a bad break for the Bears that time. Hall slips down, coming past that third base bag, and then gets caught in that rundown and thrown out at the plate. Havard has homered and singled in his 2 trips. The pitch called a strike to him, and it's 0-1 to Havard. Bottom of the fifth inning here at the park, 7-3. The Bears leading this. Lost 1 run on the base running boo-boo by the Bears. Now we got the runner at second with 2 out. Here's the 0-1 pitch now to Havard. Swinging strike to him, and he's down 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes for Jonathan Havard here in the fifth inning, and he will have an 0-2 pitch due him for the Bears. Now the 0-2 pitch. That will miss for a ball to Havard, and it's 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes for Havard, and the 1-2 pitch due him. Fontaine will pitch the 1-2, and that's a swinging strike 3. And Havard will go down on strikes. Boy, the Bears miss an opportunity in the 5th. No runs will cross on a hit, an error, and the Bears will leave one stranded. We have played 5 full innings. The Bears lead at 7-3. Will come back in the 6th, and it's the 9-hole hitter, Andrew Howard, who will come to the plate after we grab a 60-second break. Back in 60 seconds, you're watching and listening to Bear Baseball on Bear TV and WAZA 107.7 FM.
Now is your time to be a part of an amazing class of students. There's so much going on here at Southwest, you won't want to miss out. We have scholarships available for music ensembles, cheer, and athletic teams. You can be a part of our active and vibrant campus life where students are determined to meet their goals. With our new and remodeled residence halls, you have the convenience of staying on campus or commuting. You can even take classes online. At Southwest, you can get an authentic college experience at a fraction of the cost of a four-year university. You belong here. Southwest Mississippi Community College classes start soon, so schedule an appointment today to get on track to a better you. Find us at www.smcc.edu.
Well, we're back to the ballpark here in Summit. 7-3 our score as we head into the 6th inning. Bears 7 runs on 6 hits. They've committed 3 errors. Jones College has 3 runs on 3 hits. They've committed 2 errors themselves here. As we go to the 6th inning, it's Andrew Howard out of the 9th hole, Howard Hutchison, and then it's Cade Keaton, the 9, 1, and 2 batters to face McDaniel for the Bears, and he hits the first one he faces. Second time this afternoon that Howard's been hit by the pitch. He was hit and left stranded back in the 3rd. He's hit here in the 6th inning as well. So we'll go back to the top of the order. Murray Hutchison, who will be the batter. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. He walked his last time back in the 4th inning. He comes to the plate here in the 6th. Slabs out one foul. It's no balls and a strike to Hutchison. 9 and 10 in the Bear bullpen. The Bears get some action in their bullpen. That's 9 and 10. That's Purcell and Bailey who's getting loose for the Bears. Evens the count now, 1 ball and 1 strike to Hutchison. He will have the 1-1 pitch to him here at Bear Park. 1-1, slaps out one foul, third base side. And the count will go now to a ball and 2 strikes to Hutchison. Jones College takes game 1. It was a 12-0 final. Bears lead the nightcap 7-3 here at Southwest as the lights pop on here at the ballpark as we approach 7 o'clock. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here's the 1-2 swinging strike. And Hutchison will go down on strikes. He will be out number 1. And Cade Keaton will come to the plate now with a runner at first and 1 out. He's reached on an error and scored, singled, and left stranded and struck out in his 3 trips. So McDaniel will go to work against Keaton. Here's the pitch. Misses for a ball. Nice job of Coffey to come out of his stance and grab that one to keep Howard over at first. 1 ball, no strikes, and the 1-0 pitch due. That one hit to right. That's a base knock off his bat. They will hold the runner at second. The throw comes back in. So Keaton will single and put him at first and second with 1 out, and DJ Booth will come to the plate. Booth has singled, reached on an error, and also grounded out in his 3 trips. So he will come to the plate here in this 6th inning for Jones College. Well, the Bears needing to find them out. One more and the time runs on here in the 6th. The pitch will miss for a ball. Booth has singled, reached on an error, and grounded out in his 3 trips as he bats here in the 6th inning. 1 ball, no strikes to count, and the 1-0 pitch is due. Misses for ball 2, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. So 2 balls and no strikes to Booth. He is due his 2-0 pitch. That one fouled to the screen. It will be 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike now to Booth. And the 2-1 pitch due him here in this 6th inning. So 2 balls, a strike to count. McDaniel works the 2-1 pitch on the inside half, and that one misses for ball 3. Pretty good pitch from McDaniel that time. 3 balls, a strike, and the 3-1 pitch coming. Good spot for a strike, and it's full at 3-2. So it's full to Booth now, 3 balls and 2 strikes, and he will have a 3-2 payoff due him from McDaniel from the Bears. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and a 3-2 payoff pitch coming. That one hit the left side and foul. Back out of play, and it stays full. 1 gone, the strikeout of Hutchison. Howard, who was hit by a pitch, is at second. Keaton, who singled, stands at first. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes to Booth here in the 6th inning. Bears keeping action in their bullpen with the 3-2 pitch coming. Got a piece of that one, did Booth, to keep it alive and to keep the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Booth will keep the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes, and he will be due another payoff pitch. So another payoff pitch for DJ Booth. The payoff to him. Hit to left. That one is caught in left field by Havard. Havard will grab that one for out number 2. No advancing by either base runner. Now Preston Ratcliffe, who's homered, reached on an error and flew out in his 3 trips, will come to the plate for Jones College here in the 6th inning. So the fly ball gives the Bears 2 outs. Now it's Ratcliffe, who is the cleanup man and a dangerous hitter for Jones College in their order. Goes to the plate and throws him a beautiful pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. So no balls and a strike for Ratcliffe, and he will be due his 0-1 pitch here in this 6th inning for Jones College. No balls and a strike to count. And now the 0-1 opportunity. Called strike 2. But Ratcliffe now down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes here in the top of the 6th, and an 0-2 pitch from McDaniel to Ratcliffe due. Here's that 0-2, and that is swung on, hit to the short, right through the legs of the shortstop, Cooksey. Here comes 1 run. They're going to hold the 2nd run, and it's going to be an error on the Bears shortstop. E6. That will score Howard.
Number 18, Jesse Johnson.
Keaton, they will stop at third. Ratcliffe aboard on the air. And now Jesse Johnson, the batter. Now Cooksey in to give McDaniel a word. McDaniel thought he was out of this, but that's the game of baseball for you. Johnson has reached on a fielder's choice. He's flown out. He's grounded out in the contest. He bats in a 7-4 game with runners first and third for Jones College here in the 6th inning. That one swung on and fouled back out of the ballpark from Johnson's bat. It's no balls and a strike. So no balls and a strike to Johnson. He will have the 0-1 pitch due him here in the 6th inning. And the 0-1 due him. Swinging strike, he's down 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to count now to Johnson as McDaniel works here in the 6th inning. And now the 0-2 pitch due. There's the 0-2. Wanted to see if he would chase, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. 57 degrees right now at the ballpark. Feels like 53 outside, and it's been a little bit like that all day here in Summit. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here's the 1-2 now from McDaniel. Swinging strike 3. McDaniel will strike Johnson out and retire the side. 1 gets across for Jones. A run on 1 hit. There was 1 Bear error and 1 man left stranded. We have played now 5.5 from the ballpark here in Summit. We go to the bottom of the 6th with the Bears leading this one 7-4. Southwest will have the 8, 9, and 1 spots in their order. Late Carmichael, Williams, and then back to the top of the order with Willis to the plate for Southwest in the bottom of the 6th, as the Bears will try to tack on some insurance as we head to the bottom half of the inning. Remember, we talked about this. We never got that far due to the 10-run rule, but game 1 in these division games, game 1 is the 9-inning game. Game 2 is the 7-inning game. So the Bears are right now in the 7-inning game, which makes this bottom of the 6th the last chance for the Bears to try to tack on some insurance. 28, and that's Dylan Fontaine, the second pitcher used. He will come out and throw the 6th inning. Since he came on, he's only allowed 1 Bear run to cross, and he walked to Lake Carmichael, the first guy he faced, and Lake came around to score. Bears had a couple of chances in the 5th inning, but when Presley Hall fell down trying to go past third base, he was called out, and that squandered the chance in the 5th inning for the Bears. So now here in the 6th, it's Carmichael, Williams, and Willis for Southwest. Don't forget Holmes Community College in town to take on the Bears Saturday. 2 o'clock first pitch here at Bear Park. Game 1 you'll hear right here on WAZA. You'll see it on Bear TV. Game 2 is a Bear TV production only. Carmichael, the pitch to him, swung on, a hit high in the air to left. That one's going to stay playable and stayed in the air so long that Booth is able to come over and grab it. Boy, that one just stayed in the air such a long time. Allowed Booth to kind of drift over and grab it, and Carmichael retired for round number 1. Here's Williams now to bat with 1 out. Williams reached on an error and scored, and also struck out. Reached on an error and scored in the 3rd, struck out in the 4th. Now he bats here in the 6th for the Bears. Here's the pitch to him, and that one is taken for a ball, 1-0. 58-40, Pearl River extending the lead a bit on Coach Brian Bender's Bears about halfway through the 2nd half. That one misses for ball 2 to Williams, and he sits ahead in the count now, 2 balls and no strikes here in the home half of this 6th inning. So 2 balls and no strikes to Williams. The 2-0 misses for ball 3. So now it's 3 balls and no strikes to Williams. Now the 3-0 pitch to Williams. And that's a called strike. It's 3-1. So 3 balls and a strike to Williams, and he will have a 3-1 pitch due. He was taken all the way on 3-0, and he takes the 3-1 and slaps it foul down the third baseline, and the count's full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So the count full now, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and a payoff pitch is ball 4. So Williams will draw the free pass for the Bears. So 1 on, 1 out for Southwest. And we'll go back to the top of the order. Austin Willis, the Bears' second baseman, to the plate. But first, here comes the Jones coach. And that may be all she wrote for Fontaine. Let's see. So Fontaine will be asked to leave. He will. He'll be done. It's 11. That is Cole Mazingo, who's going to come on and be the 3rd pitcher used for Jones College. For Fontaine, Fontaine goes into the 4th inning. He gets 2 1/3 innings of work. He gives up 1, 2 hits. I think that's right. Walk, strike. Yeah, the single, the double. Yep, so 2 hits, 2 1/3, 2 hits. He gives up at least 1 run. The runner on base, Williams, belongs to him. He walks 1, 2 in the game, and he struck out 1, 2, 3 Bears along the way. So the line for Fontaine, 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts on the afternoon for him. Mazingo will be the 3rd pitcher used for Jones College. He will come on here in the 6th inning and have the top of the Bear order to deal with. It's 1 on, 1 out with Austin Willis coming to the plate for Southwest. So that's where the Bears have their batting order, as Jones College will use their 3rd pitcher. Bears used 4 pitchers in the first game. Jones only used 1. Blaylock went the distance in that one. Bears have went to Boyd. Boyd was removed from the game with 2 2/3 for McDaniel. McDaniel's pitched the rest of the way, and Bears a lead at 7-4, looking for some insurance, but now Jones has gone to their bullpen. Well, the Bears' leadoff hitter, Austin Willis, will come to the plate. Willis, who has singled twice, scored a run, and struck out for Southwest, will bat here in the 6th inning. Runner at first, 1 out for the right-hander. Here's the pitch. It's high to him. The runner takes off for second, and Williams, with the throw going to the shortstop side, will get in safely down at second base. So the Bears will get Williams in the scoring position. Boy, you don't think the Bears know how much every run means in this one. They've got to gamble with Williams, puts him in scoring position. 1 ball, no strikes. The count to Willis. They will work the 1-0 pitch to him. So 1 ball, no strikes for Austin Willis, and the 1-0 offering to him. 1-0 misses for ball 2 to Willis, and he's ahead in the count now, 2 balls and no strikes. So Willis ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes, and he will have a 2-0 pitch to him here in this 6th inning. The 2-0 due. Shows bunt, but pulls it back, and it's a ball 3. So Willis ahead in the count now, 3 balls and no strikes, and a 3-0 pitch will be due the Bear leadoff hitter. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and a 3-2 payoff to the Bear leadoff hitter, Willis. That's ball 4. So back-to-back walks, and Willis will be at first. Williams at second. Here comes Braxton Cooksey. Cooksey has struck out twice and hit one back to the pitcher. He's 0 for 3 here in the nightcap for the Bears. Cooksey looking for his first hit here in this baseball game. Here's the pitch to him from the Jones. Shows bunt, yanks it back, but takes a strike, and it's 0-1. So no balls and a strike. The count for Cooksey, and now time asked for before the 0-1 pitch is thrown to Braxton Cooksey. So no balls and a strike for Cooksey, and he will have the 0-1 pitch due him. No balls, a strike, the count. Here comes the 0-1. And now he will step off, look back towards second where Williams is running, but Williams able to get back to that bag in time. No balls, a strike. The count now for Braxton Cooksey, and he will have the 0-1 pitch due him here in the 6th. Looks towards second, kind of walks Williams back a step. The 0-1 high for a ball, and it will even the count to Cooksey now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bears in pursuit of some insurance here in the bottom of the 6th. They lead at 7-4, but they've got 2 on with 1 out, and their 2-hole hitter Braxton Cooksey batting. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Cooksey, and the 1-1 pitch due him. That one will miss for a ball. It will go to 2 balls and a strike to Cooksey. So 2 balls and a strike for Braxton Cooksey, and he will have the 2-1 pitch due him here in this 6th inning. Now the 2-1 offering. Now they fake the throw back to second. That will get Williams back on the bag, and if that white jersey wasn't dirty before, it's definitely dirty now for the Bear center fielder. 2 balls, a strike, they count to Cooksey. Braxton Cooksey at the plate for Southwest. Here's the 2-1. It's a swinging strike, and the count even to Cooksey now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Braxton Cooksey, and he will have a 2-2 pitch due him here in this 6th inning. Here's the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch to him. That one will miss for ball 3, and that will take the count full to Braxton Cooksey, now 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Cooksey will await a payoff pitch here in the 6th inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And here comes Braxton Cooksey's payoff. 3-2, call strike 3. A borderline pitch, but too close not to ring him up, says the home plate umpire. That's 2 down.
Number 12, Gage Gregory.
And now if the Bears are going to add insurance, they'll have to do it with 2 out. They've got the bat of Gage Gregory. who has flown out, singled, and scored and grounded out in 3 trips for the Bears as he comes to the plate here in the 6th inning for Southwest. So here's Gage Gregory now with 2 out, and the pitch to him. Runners going, throw to third is not in time. There's 2nd and 3rd for the Bears. Williams moves up, the throw goes to 3rd, so Willis goes into 2nd base as well. 1 ball, no strikes for Gage Gregory now, and the Bears have runners 2nd and 3rd, 2 out. So 2nd and 3rd, 2 out. Gage Gregory, the 0-1 pitch. They change it from a ball to a strike, so it must have been a strike on that first pitch to him. The 0-1 do. Check this swing, but they said it was strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes to count to Gage Gregory, and he will have an 0-2 pitch due. No balls and 2 strikes to Gage Gregory, the big 0-2 pitch here. Off the plate for a ball. Now Mazingo wanted to see if maybe Gregory would chase. Ball and 2 strikes to count. A 1-2 pitch will be due Gage Gregory here at the ballpark. One ball, 2 strikes, and now the 1-2 offering. Swinging strike 3, and Gregory will go down on strikes, and the Bears are held away from the scoreboard here in the 6th inning. No runs for Southwest on no hits, no errors, and 2 left for the Bears. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Bears going to try to win this one, and we'll return after a 60-second break. Back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Bear Baseball on WACA 107.7 FM. You're watching Bear Baseball on Bear TV.
Now is your time to be a part of an amazing class of students. There's so much going on here at Southwest, you won't want to miss out. We have scholarships available for music ensembles, cheer, and athletic teams. You can be a part of our active and vibrant campus life where students are determined to meet their goals. With our new and remodeled residence halls, you have the convenience of staying on campus or commuting. You can even take classes online. At Southwest, you can get an authentic college experience at a fraction of the cost of a 4-year university. You belong here. Southwest Mississippi Community College classes start soon, so schedule an appointment today to get on track to a better you. Find us at www.smcc.edu.
Leading off the Jones, number 15, Garrett Glendenning.
Well, we'll go to the top of the 7th inning here at the ballpark in Summit. It's the catcher, Garrett who will bat, First pitch to him, a called strike, and it's 0-1 in the game. He's doubled, walked, and been hit by a pitch. He's been on base 3 times this afternoon. The Bears call on McDaniel to try to close this one out. Here's the 0-1. Fouled that one back out of the ballpark. It's 0-2. Bears lead this one 7-4 here in the nightcap. Bears trying to split with the 14th ranked team in the NJCAA, Jones College. Jones 15-10 after game 1. The 0-2 got a piece of that one to stay alive, and it stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Bears got a 5 spot in the 3rd. They got 2 in the 4th for their 7 runs. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 high for a ball. It's 1-2. Jones picked up a run in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, and then a run in the 6th. That's when they've crossed the plate here in this one. The 0-2, 1-2, excuse me, fouls that one. Back out of the ballpark. It'll stay a ball and 2 strikes. So the count stays a ball and 2 strikes to the batter. And he will have a 1-2 pitch due him here on this Thursday afternoon. Here's the 1-2 now. Hit towards the second baseman. Willis waits on it, goes to first and got him. 4-3 on the putout. That is out number 1, and now Brady Spring, the batter.
Number 33, Brady Spring.
Spring is 1 for 2 with a walk. He has singled, walked, and flew out in his 3 trips to the plate as he bats for Jones College here in this 7th inning. First pitch to him is called a strike, and it's 0-1 to Brady Spring. So no balls and a strike to Brady Spring, and the 0-1 pitch to him here in the 7th inning. 0-1's hit right at the third baseman. Look at Carmichael put the glove up and make the grab for out number 2. So 2 are gone. That'll bring Hunter French to the plate with 2 out here in the 7th inning. French is grounded out 3 times. He comes to the plate 0 for 3 here in the nightcap for Jones College. So 0 for 3 is Hunter French, and here's the bat to him. First one misses for a ball. It's 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to French. He will have a 1-0 pitch to him. That one misses, and boy, McDaniel falls down delivering that pitch. It's 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Hunter French, and he will have the 2-0 pitch to him. Now the 2-0. That misses for ball 3. It's 3 balls and no strikes to count now to French. So 3 balls and no strikes to French. He will have a 3-0 pitch here in the 7th inning. 2 hours and right at 20 minutes here at the ballpark, just under 20 minutes. 2 hours plus here in this one. Here's the 3-0. That's high for ball 4, and French will draw the 2-out walk. So Hunter French with the 2-out walk. That'll bring Andrew Howard. He's been hit twice and reached base on a fielder's choice. He's also scored a run for Jones College as he bats here in the 7th. So Howard bats with 2 out and a runner on. Here's the pitch. That one, first base side foul. It's 0-1. 76-61 with just over 2 minutes to play, and with Pearl River leading the Bears of Southwest in basketball. Here's the 0-1. That one hits him again. Boy, Howard has been hit 3 times in this game by a pitch. So first and second now, and here comes Coach Ken Jackson. He wants to talk with McDaniel with 2 out here in the 7th, and Murray Hutchison coming to the plate. Hutchison would represent the tying run for Jones College in the top of this 7th inning. 2 out. Hutchison is 0 for 3 with a walk in the contest as he comes to the plate here in the 7th inning. It's a quick conversation between pitcher and head coach Ken Jackson. Coach Ken Jackson's asking McDaniel to get him 1 more out and get the Bears a victory here at Bear Park. Here's Murray Hutchison as we go back to the top of the order. Hutchison 0 for 3 with a walk. The first one to him's a called strike. It's 0-1. So no balls and a strike to Hutchison, and he will have the 0-1 pitch due him. The 0-1 hit on the ground. Oh, the shortstop bobbled it. Here comes one run, and that's going to keep the game alive for Jones College on a Cooksey error. French will score. It's E6.
Number 14, Cade Keaton.
Howard is at second base, and now Keaton will bat. Now the winning, or the go-ahead run, I should say, is at the plate. And Cade Keaton, he's reached on an error. He is singled twice and struck out. Hits that one, base knocked to right. Here comes one run. They'll hold the go-ahead run at second. They'll score Howard. Hutchison, they'll hold at second. Keaton singles. And now Coach Ken Jackson going to make a change and push McDaniel out of this ball game at 7-6. The tying run stands down at second base. The go-ahead run is at the plate. Boy, McDaniel pitched a good one.
Now pitching for the Bears, number 10, Josh Bailey.
Bears will go with number 10, Josh Bailey. They'll ask Bailey to get one out for him. McDaniel, who came on and got the final out in the third, pitched 1, 2, 3, and he pitched 4 full innings of work. He gives up 1, 2 hits. Let's see, did he walked 1, 2 in this game, and he will strike out. Didn't have a strikeout to his credit. The 2 runners on the base pads belong to McDaniel. The runners are Hutchison at second. He's there via the error. Keaton the single to right. And now it's DJ Booth who will come to the plate. Josh Bailey will come on for the Bears and try to get the final out and secure this victory against the 14th ranked team in Jones College for the Bears here under the lights in Summit this evening. Bears thought they had it won, but not yet. Cooksey will come in and speak to Bailey as he throws his final warm-up toss. Sounds like he's actually going to get one more. First and second for Jones College with 2 out. The Bears got the first 2. And then French walked. Howard was hit by a pitch. And Hutchison hit one to the shortstop on an E6. And then Keaton singled. So that's where we stand, 7-6 as we play baseball here in the top of this 7th inning. Here's Booth. Bailey's pitch to him, misses for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes to Booth now, and he will await his 1-0 pitch. Bailey checks the runner at second. Goes to the plate, ball 2 to Booth. 2 balls and no strikes to DJ Booth. He will have the 2-0 pitch due him. Bears trying to get the final out. Jones trying to tie it or possibly take the lead. Here's the 2-0. That's ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes, from Bailey to Booth. Let's see if Booth is taking all the way here. 3 balls, no strikes, as Bailey's yet to throw him a strike. The 3-0 misses for ball 4, and he is taking all the way, and now the bases are loaded. The tying run at third. The go-ahead run at the go-ahead run for Jones at second. Bases loaded. Preston Ratcliffe, the batter. He's been on base 3 times. E6, E5, and a home run. He's also flew out. Here's the pitch to him. Swings and fouls that one to the screen, and it's 0-1 to Ratcliffe. So no balls and a strike to Preston Ratcliffe here in the 7th, and he will have the 0-1 pitch doing. The 0-1 fouls that one towards the Jones dugout. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe will have an 0-2 pitch to him. 7-6, Bears lead it. Bases loaded for Jones here in the bottom of the 7th. Big 0-2 pitch from Bailey right here. That one's fouled back out of the ballpark. The count will stay at no balls and 2 strikes. So the count stays no balls and 2 strikes to Ratcliffe, and he will have an 0-2 pitch to him here in the 7th. Here's the 0-2. Swinging strike 3, Bears win. We end this one at 7:29. The strikeout of Ratcliffe. Bears win the nightcap 7-6 in the 7th. 2 runs crossed for Jones. They get their 2 runs on 1 hit. There was 1 Bear error, and the bases left loaded. Jones gets 2, but they needed 3 to tie, and the Bears will win this one by a final score of 7-6 here at the ballpark. Let's run the numbers on this one. Michael, are you going down? Could you tell Coach Ken Jackson I'm going to be down in just a minute? Make sure he doesn't leave because we do want to speak with Coach. Look at the. Okay, want to go ahead and run the numbers here for Southwest. They get 7 runs on 6 hits. The Bears commit 5 errors. They leave 5 stranded in the game. For Jones, they get 6 runs on 5 hits. Jones commits 2 errors. They will leave 9, 10, 11, 12. Jones leaves 12. Winning pitcher is, well, let's see, McDaniel will get the win because Bailey will get the save. And it's Flank. Let's see, which one is it? It'll be the starter that takes the loss. And that's how the ball game will go. 5:02 to 7:29, so 2 hours and 27 minutes for the Bears to win the nightcap. 7-6. Southwest takes this one over Jones College. We're going to step aside for a couple of minutes. When we come back, we'll visit with the head coach of the Bears, Coach Ken Jackson. That's up next in the post-game report. Again, Bears win at 7-6 here in the nightcap, and we're back after a break with the head coach of the Bears, Coach Ken Jackson.
Now is your time to be a part of an amazing class of students. There's so much going on here at Southwest, you won't want to miss out. We have scholarships available for music ensembles, cheer, and athletic teams. You can be a part of our active and vibrant campus life where students are determined to meet their goals. With our new and remodeled residence halls, you have the convenience of staying on campus or commuting. You can even take classes online. At Southwest, you can get an authentic college experience at a fraction of the cost of a 4-year university. You belong here. Southwest Mississippi Community College classes start soon, so schedule an appointment today to get on track to a better you. Find us at www.smcc.edu. Now is your time to be a part of an amazing class of students. There's so much going on here at Southwest, you won't want to miss out. We have scholarships available for music ensembles, cheer, and athletic teams. You can be a part of our active and vibrant campus life where students are determined to meet their goals. With our new and remodeled residence halls, you have the convenience of staying on campus or commuting. You can even take classes online. At Southwest, you can get an authentic college experience at a fraction of the cost of a four-year university. You belong here. Southwest Mississippi Community College classes start soon, so schedule an appointment today to get on track to a better you. Find us at www.smcc.edu. Now is your time to be a part of an amazing class of students. There's so much going on here at Southwest, you won't want to miss out. We have scholarships available for music ensembles, cheer, and athletic teams. You can be a part of our active and vibrant campus life where students are determined to meet their goals. With our new and remodeled residence halls, you have the convenience of staying on campus or commuting. You can even take classes online. At Southwest, you can get an authentic college experience at a fraction of the cost of a four-year university. You belong here. Southwest Mississippi Community College.
All right, radio guys, we're back in just a second with you. Kanan, you just gonna have to watch for me, man, because I can't hear. Well, welcome back here to Bear Park on the Southwest campus, visiting with the head coach of the Bears, Coach Ken Jackson on WAZA and Bear TV. Coach, you lose game one. Now, that's one of those games where you could come out in the second game and kind of mail it in. What'd you talk to the guys between games about?
I just told them to play harder. That's the main thing. We just didn't play very hard, but this is JUCO baseball. I've seen this scenario has happened so many times this year in our league. With somebody getting 10-run rule one game and come back and win the second game. But it's JUCO baseball, and our kids played hard. They had played hard the first game, just made too many mistakes and walked too many people and hit too many people. And you can't win against a team like Jones. They're good, but I thought our kids really bounced back.
In the second game, of course, your starting pitcher, you kind of took him out there. Was it injury related, or was it just a time for a pitching change?
Well, we had a plan. Our plan was try to get 2 or 3 innings out of him. And that's what we did. We got 3 innings out of it, and then brought McDaniel in, and he wanted the ball at the end. I didn't want to send him back out there in the 7th, but he wanted the ball, and a couple of errors here and there, and also that's a whole different ball game. I think I think we made 5 errors during the course of the ball game, but we got some key hits there in the 3rd inning and 4th inning, and scored some runs. But that's just the way that this game is.
Every team in the South, of course, not that every team's not big one, but every team in the South, 14th ranked. Jones, we know how these South teams are, and you got to win the games at home, and that's what you tried to do today with the split.
Absolutely. Jones is a good baseball team, got a great program, and we respect that, and we just got to compete every day.
Well, you win this one, and by the way, in game one, there was somebody special in the stands. I saw you notice Mr. Hamilton's back up, madam.
Absolutely. So good to see him out of the park, and see him out here, and he's a loyal fan and a friend of the program, and more importantly, a friend of mine. It is good to see him back out here.
Coach, you got a quick turnaround on this one. You get one day off, then Holmes is in town for a double dip on Saturday. What are you going to do between now and Saturday with a short run? And you used a lot of pitchers today.
Well, we had kind of have a plan going in, and we used some guys that we feel like some of these guys can bounce back on Saturday. So we'll come in tomorrow, work a little bit, and try to get better, and get ready for Holmes on Saturday.
Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock, like Mother Nature is going to cooperate. No rainouts with nice weather expected Saturday. A little cooler weather, but nice weather expected Saturday.
It was an absolutely beautiful day after what we had yesterday, and so we felt very fortunate, and the field's in great condition. So, we're just ready to play ball.
How did it feel to finally get back home?
Oh, it's so good to be home. I wasn't real sure. There's 3 or 4 things I forgot to do during the day because we ain't been here so long. So yeah, it's very good to be back home.
I noticed I opened the press box and I'm like, man, when's the last time we were here? February 6th, I think it was, or something like that.
It's been a while. It's been a while, but that's just the way our schedule's set up. And but we'll be at home for a while there at the end. So we just got to keep playing, and our kids are battling their butts off, and I'm proud of them. I win or lose, as long as they play hard, and know life's going to throw you a lot of adversity, and you just got to deal with it. And that's what baseball is all about.
That's what baseball is all about. Coach, you win the second one. Congratulations on the victory. Good luck. Enjoy it, and we'll see you against Holmes on Saturday.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Coach Ken Jackson with the talk here on the field as we wrap up our coverage here on Bear TV and WAZA this evening. Bears again winning game 2. We understand the Bears did lose the basketball game against Pearl River tonight. That one did go final, so Coach Brian Bender's men losing down at Pearl River tonight. Again, next Bear broadcast comes your way Saturday, 2 o'clock first pitch. Holmes will be in town. We'll have that one for you right here on WAZA and Bear TV as well. From the field, have a great night, everybody. You've been watching and listening to Bear Baseball on WAZA 107.7 FM and, of course, on Bear TV. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you Saturday back at the ballpark.